everyone, it's Alison again in my same turtle shirt as some of the other videos you may have seen recently. I am here on the property in between the pasture and the lower pond is right back behind you in the camera there. And I picked this spot today. I'm here to install another camera trap to see if we can get some photographs of some non-beavers. This spot is, we know from tracks and from some previous camera traps that this is a spot where bigger mammals like coyotes and bobcats like to pass back and forth, mostly in the nighttime. And we did just find a track out here. If you can get a little bit closer of a view, I've got my cool little track ruler here to show the dimensions of the track, which may be a coyote track. You can differentiate coyote and bobcat based on how kind of elongated the track is, and then coyote versus dog, domestic dog, there will be claw marks. So this could be an old coyote track. It hasn't rained here in a couple of days, but this is a good muddy spot in general for finding tracks. So the way that that we decide where to put a camera trap, we have to keep in mind a few different factors. Number one, the height of the camera and compared to the size of the animal of the pictures that we're hoping to get. So that helps us determine how high off the ground to place the camera. We also want to pick a spot that that we know the animals will pass by close enough to trigger the motion sensor in the camera so that they're not passing by and then us missing the photos. And then the third very important factor is that we don't want any vegetation blocking or swaying back and forth in front of our cameras so that we get many thousands of pictures of nothing. So in this spot right here, luckily it is pretty narrow so that we can get mostly anything that's going to pass through here. We can place it along the edge, and I am looking at that tree spot right over there, and I'm going to get a little closer and get rid of a few of those plants in the way, and then we'll get the camera up. So I wanted to show you all the camera that we use. So this is the camera and the cable that we use to attach it to usually a tree, but can be anything. There's a gate over there that we were also considering as a spot to place the camera. And inside are the, oh, how many batteries are here? 12 AA lithium ion batteries, and which the lithium batteries do last quite a long time, so we don't have to come out and change the batteries too often. And the memory card goes into this little spot here, and this is the screen with all the settings for deciding how often you want your camera to trigger, whether you want photo or video and all of those little details. And then when you're finally ready, you hit arm camera and then it will start taking photographs. So we've chosen this spot on the tree here. There's a little bit of a ledge of the ground here that pops up a little bit more than, it's not a totally flat surface here, so we're going to place the camera a little bit higher than we normally would for that reason. But now I'm going to use the key here to open up this lock, and then we'll get the camera in place on the tree. Alright, so first I'm going to get the camera attached to the tree. Take two. And then we're going to adjust for the height of the camera, and that's the fun part because I get to pretend to be a bobcat. Actually, this might be pretty good. So we've got our camera here on the tree. I've raised it up a little higher than I normally would because of the situation here, and then angled it slightly down by shoving a stick behind the camera. We're going to see how that works out. A lot of camera trapping is trial and error. So when I come back to check this camera, if the pictures aren't perfect, then I'm going to adjust the camera accordingly. So I'm going to turn the camera on now. We've got our batteries in place and our memory card is clear. So I'm going to turn it on. Hit arm camera. Dun dun dun. Arming in 10, 9, 8. Pulls her up. Make sure the little red light is blinking on the front, and we're good to go. We'll be back in a week or two to check some pictures. Thanks for camera trapping with me, everyone.